Hi, I'm Lyndon B. Johnson. I'm the 36th President of the United States, and I'm visiting the Botanic Garden at Georgia Southern University from my ranch in Texas. Now, thousands of people visit this garden every year, and all of them have certain rights. Some of these rights are called civil rights, and they're given to the people by the government. The government may decide who can buy property, who can be educated, or even who can vote. Believe it or not, women in the United States did not have the right to vote until the 1920s. This was earned through the Civil Rights Movement, which is still going on to this day. Civil rights are freedoms granted by the government by law to all citizens. One civil rights activist was Thurgood Marshall in the 1950s. Before becoming the first African American Supreme Court justice, he was an attorney. His most influential case was Brown versus Board of Education, in which he argued against segregation, which forced white and black students to go to separate schools. The Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, agreed with Marshall that separate was not equal and abolished segregation in 1954. Another famous civil rights leader was Martin Luther King Jr. He wrote books, gave speeches, and led protests in order to end segregation, or the separation of races, in schools, theaters, restaurants, and on buses and trains. Martin Luther King Jr. inspired me, Lyndon B. Johnson, to invite many people to the White House. I invited black athletes, civic, religious, and political leaders. I ultimately signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964, outlawing segregation. This act prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, color, sex, or nation of origin. This was a cause championed by my predecessor, John F. Kennedy, who proposed an act to outlaw segregation the year before. People today continue to participate in protests when they feel their rights have been violated. You are going to participate in a protest today. Go outside and line up like you're going to play red light green. Your teacher will turn their back to you and say protest. At this time, you're going to move forward chanting your civil rights phrase, such as equal rights for all, women deserve to vote, and separate is not equal. When the teacher says stop, they're going to turn around, and if they see you moving, you have to go back to the starting line. The game ends when someone reaches the teacher. We'll demonstrate. So with my back turned, I'm going to say protest, and they'll begin marching. Before I turn back around, I'll say stop. If I see anybody move, they have to go back to the start. All right. Protest. Stop. I saw Kathy move and Gwen move. And I'll turn back around and say protest. Stop. I saw Morgan move, so she has to go back to the start. Protest. Gwen made it to the end of the line, so she wins the game. The main aim of the Civil Rights Movement was to give everybody equal rights, regardless of skin color, gender, nationality, disability, or age. Now, I'm not actually Lyndon B. Johnson. He passed in 1973, but I also advocate for civil rights, and you should too. Remember that everyone deserves respect, and to be kind to people even though they may be different from you. Remember the words spoken by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The time is always right to do what is right.